Isack Hadjar has been consistently connected with a move up to Red Bull following his remarkable performance in the opening 10 competitions this season. Helmut Marko discussed the possibility of exchanging Hadjar and Tsunoda, particularly now that Lindblad appears increasingly likely to enter Formula One. Is it possible we might witness an extraordinary promotion for Hadjar merely 10 races into his Formula One journey? And more crucially, would this be appropriate considering the questionable performance of the second Red Bull vehicle? Red Bull faces significant challenges with their second position. No driver has yet proven suitable alongside Verstappen, despite the minimal expectations the team has from their drivers. This indicates either the Dutchman is exceptionally skilled at adapting to his vehicle, or the second seat truly carries misfortune. Nevertheless, this does not deter Red Bull from continuing their search for the next competitive driver to pair with Max. And after evaluating the capabilities of Lawson and Tsunoda, Isack Hadjar stands next in line. The Frenchman has enjoyed an exceptional season thus far. He ranks as the highest-placed Red Bull driver not named Max Verstappen, accumulating twice the points that Tsunoda has earned in 2025 to date. In Montreal, we witnessed Hadjar's winning streak end with a disappointing 16th place finish, but this hardly indicates how interested Red Bull truly is. Tsunoda will become a free agent when the season concludes, and after failing to score points in 3 consecutive races, the Austrian team contemplates a potential replacement to determine if Hadjar could compete more effectively in the RB21. Isack himself addressed this scenario, expressing happiness about his connection to Red Bull, demonstrating his exceptional performance as a Formula One driver. Expanding further, Hadjar stated, "I do not feel prepared for the position yet, but I would accept it if offered because I am a competitor. What motivates me is competing against the best globally. Having Max as a teammate would teach me tremendously. I get along with Max. He is very relaxed. He gets along with everyone provided things remain professional on track. It will be fascinating to observe how Red Bull handles this situation, because Racing Bull's CEO Peter Bayer hoped the Austrian team would leave Hadjar alone. His development proves Racing Bull serves as a strong competitor and should not be underestimated, especially regarding nurturing young talent. But it also reveals another harsh reality. Performing well at Racing Bulls does not automatically ensure success at Red Bull. We cannot ignore that Tsunoda carried the team following the Gasly era and faced minimal challenges from teammates Ricciardo and De Vries. The only significant challenge came from Lawson, and we observed how both adapted to the RB21, suggesting a similar scenario might await Hadjar. Elaborating further on this potential collaboration and why Red Bull should reconsider, Bayer remarked, "Please do not take this talent away from us prematurely. Allow him to understand the entire business until the end of 2026. Until then, we will simply have to keep him secured." So what options does Red Bull have regarding Tsunoda's seat? The situation becomes apparent. A strong performing second driver is necessary to remain competitive in the Constructor Championship. Additionally, Red Bull still requires reassurance from Verstappen that he will remain part of their project beyond 2026. Although the 4-time world champion seems unlikely to activate his exit clause, persistent rumors involving Mercedes and Aston Martin create uncertainty for Red Bull on this matter, precisely why they must consider a future potentially without Max. I doubt any current drivers could replace even a fraction of what Verstappen has accomplished with Red Bull, but ultimately, this scenario might be forced upon them. This explains why Horner and Russell engaged in discussions about possible collaboration if circumstances beyond their control developed between Max and Mercedes. Perhaps the Austrian team might consider promoting one of their own drivers, providing them opportunity similar to how Mercedes supported Antonelli and how Red Bull backed Verstappen in 2016. According to Marko, Hadjar possesses talent requiring additional opportunity to prove himself, having been labeled the revelation of the season by the veteran Austrian. Marko also addressed potentially replacing Verstappen if such a scenario materialized. He stated the team would not seek the next Verstappen, but rather the next world champion, whom they believe could be Arvid Lindblad. Elaborating further, Marko said, "Lindblad is merely 17 years old, and has demonstrated exceptional speed across all categories from the beginning. He possesses mental strength and incredible determination. Considering his overall characteristics, Lindblad could become one of the all-time greats. He can now complete an entire race. We currently have only one reserve driver, Ayumu Iwasa, but schedule conflicts exist with a Japanese championship, making it essential for us to have a second reserve driver. The youngster currently competing in Formula 2 has obtained his super license, and although unlikely to receive promotion this year, circumstances could change rapidly if Hadjar moved alongside Max. Naturally, focus remains on 2026 and beginning that era strongly, but in the Drivers' Championship, Verstappen has not yet surrendered the title. Following his strong performance in Montreal, the McLarens cannot fully trust that one of their drivers will secure the championship. If Hadjar receives promotion to Red Bull during the summer break, he must embrace the ultimate team mentality, but ultimately will gain invaluable experience and knowledge necessary should he remain with the team beyond 2026. According to Hadjar, much of his success stems from his data remaining unavailable to others, something he considers extremely beneficial. Addressing this situation more thoroughly, Hadjar remarked, "Consider Max as an example. What impresses me this season is his qualifying performance. During Q1, Q2, even Q3 first attempt, you might not consider him a pole position contender. Yet despite his extensive experience, he manages to extract even more during that final attempt under pressure. He combines everything perfectly and discovers additional time. I analyze Max out of curiosity. He is not my opponent currently. I primarily examine midfield cars out of interest. I want to understand what constitutes high-level performance. Should Red Bull consider promoting Hadjar as early as 2025? He certainly presents a strong case with his impressive season start, but I must emphasize again, this does not guarantee Hadjar would excel in the RB21 as well. We have repeatedly observed how sensitive that car is and how challenging Max's teammates find adapting to its aggressive nature. Consequently, this potential promotion could potentially damage Hadjar's career. Nevertheless, this remains the fundamental purpose of racing bulls, developing talent for Red Bull. They have yet to achieve complete independence regarding both championships, and until that happens, every driver in the Faenza-based squad must experience being Max's teammate. Many talented drivers saw their potential diminished by Red Bull, including Albon and Gasly, but ultimately juniors understand they must prove themselves in this environment. Regarding Lindblad, he has yet to enter Formula 1 and demonstrate his abilities. Again, Red Bull seems unlikely to place him directly under pressure with immediate promotion, but clearly they have significant plans for him in the future. Throughout this situation, Tsunoda finds himself in a precarious position. The Japanese driver's performance has been somewhat disappointing, and while we cannot place blame entirely on him, he acknowledged this promotion represented his dream since his Formula 1 debut in 2021. The opportunity exists now, and he is missing it. Unfortunately, he likely would not remain with Red Bull if replacement occurred through Hadjar or possibly even Lindblad. Yuki has belonged to Racing Bulls since its AlphaTauri days, precisely 5 years, and Horner firmly stated there is no value in serving as the development team for 5 years without advancement. Considering everything discussed, do you believe Hadjar will receive promotion to Red Bull in 2026, or perhaps even midway through 2025? And more importantly, does this automatically suggest promotion for Lindblad to Racing Bulls? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and afterward, be sure to click on the video appearing on your screen now.